Hi, this video will take you through setting GST details for company in Tally ERP9. In Tally, we can define GST tax rate in 6 levels such as company, stock group, stock item, accounting group, accounting ledger, and transaction level. We will now configure and calculate GST in each level. We will see how to enable GST in the company level. National Enterprises deals in different sizes of computer monitors. In this case, as the HSN code and GST rate remain same for all the computer monitors, we can configure the GST in company level and it is applicable across the stock items and ledgers of the company. To enable from Statutory and Taxation screen, set the option Enable Goods and Services Tax and set or alter GST details to Yes. Enable the option Set or alter GST rate details. Select the taxability as taxable. Enter the tax rate in integrated tax field. Central tax and state tax will get captured automatically based on the rate defined in the integrated tax field. Let us now record the transaction and view the tax calculation. We have recorded a purchase transaction. Let us select Central and State Tax ledgers. We can see that the Central and State Tax has been calculated automatically based on the GST rate configured in the company level. To view the tax analysis, click Alt-A. Click Alt-F1 for detailed mode. We can see that the tax is calculated at 18% with bifurcation of central and state tax for all the stock items as configured in company level. The next level is stock group level. When the items of a stock group is having similar GST rate, then the GST rates can be configured in the stock group level. Example, if the company deals with computers and mobiles, computers attract 18% GST and mobile phones attract 12% GST. Then in Tally, we can create stock groups as mobiles and computers and configure GST at group level so that the same will be applicable for the stock items falling under the respective groups. The next level of configuration is in stock item level. If the company is dealing with multiple items of different GST rates, then the GST can be configured in the stock item level. To configure, in stock item creation screen, set GST applicable as applicable. Enable set or alter GST details. Enter GST details for the stock item, providing the tax rate as 12%. We will save the stock item and record the transaction. We will alter the existing transaction to insert the newly created stock item and view the tax implication. Let us enter the quantity and rate details. We can see that the central and state tax has been updated. To view the item-wise tax analysis, let us view tax analysis. Here, we can see that the GST for the computer table has been computed at 12% based on the GST rate provided in the stock item. Similarly, in Tally, we can account multiple items of different GST rate in single invoice. The next level is configuring in the accounting group. When the company predominantly deals with one SAC, it can be entered in the company level. Else, GST can be defined in the accounting group or accounting ledger. We will now configure GST in the ledger level. National Enterprises also provides repairs and maintenance services to its customers. To account this transaction, we will create service ledger and configure GST in the service ledger. Let us account the services transaction in accounting invoice mode. We will select the services ledger and enter the bill amount. Central and state tax has automatically calculated. We can view the tax analysis to see the tax implication of the transaction. Next is defining GST rate at transaction level. GST rates defined at the different level can be altered or overridden in the transaction level. For example, in rare cases, company supplies taxable goods to special economic zones and to be declared as exempted. In this case, the stock item which is taxable at 18% needs to be overridden in the transaction level. We will now see how to define GST rate in the transaction level. In this transaction, we have selected the SEZ party and sales ledger. Click F12 Configure and enable Allow modification of tax details for GST. Now on selecting the sales ledger, we can override the classification and select sales to SEZ exempt. To override the tax rate, from the same screen, click F12 Configure. Enable Override Tax Rate. In the screen, we can modify the tax rate. As the classification is SEZ exempt, we will leave blank for the new rates. Since it is SEZ exempt transaction, duty ledgers are not selected. We can view the tax analysis for this transaction. In Tally RP9, we can define the GST details at different levels. The order in which Tally considers the GST rate for calculation is: if the tax rates are defined at the transaction level, then it will not search for tax rates in other levels and it considers the tax rates defined in the transaction level. If the tax rates are not defined at the transaction level, next it will search at accounting ledger level. Similarly, if the tax rates are not defined in any of these levels, such as transaction, ledger, accounting group, stock item, stock group, then Tally considers the rate defined in the company level. For more extensive product videos, you can log into eContent. Thank you for watching this video.